Okay guys, we got a Ford F-150 here. I'm going to show you how to put a 1-inch lift on it. We're going to do the back, and then if you want to, you can click on my name underneath this video and click on my other how-to videos, and you'll get the rear shocks and you'll get the front lift. The back's only going to go one inch lift, and the front's going to do a 2-inch lift. We're going to level it because the back is originally 2 inches higher stock from the factory. We pulled off these tires. These are some 265 18s. We're going to put some 34s on it. So a 1 inch in the back and a 2 inch on the front will give us enough for 34-inch tires. Okay, so to start off with, again, I've already done the shock here, and I'm going to change this so we got light. But first thing we're going to do is I got it up on a stand here, and we're just going to go ahead and bust loose the shackles. So let me get some light under here. Okay, so for this truck, we went with a RC lift kit. It's a Rough Country combo kit. It's 135 8560 is the stock number for that kit. So let me show you what it comes with. Other than the front stuff I'm not going to go over, it does come with the shocks that we've already pulled off. The outside bolt is a 19/32. The inside is an 11/16 for the nut to hold. And you simply just pull, separate that, separate the other one, pull the shock out. When you put the new one, you'll see it'll have a black strap on it. You can see this from the other video. You just cut the strap and let it grow, and then hurry up and pop the bolt in. So for the rear end though, other than the shocks, the kit comes with these 2 extra U-bolts, this 1-inch lift, 4 bolts and 4 washers. Nuts, I mean, and the nuts are locking nuts. You can see the plastic inside of there. Those help to hold them tight without vibration instead of the use of a lock nut. Now, I know a lot of guys who just lift these up, separate it, and put a block in there. In some cases, when your U-bolt is long enough, you can do that. I don't recommend that. I've seen them use 2x4s. I've seen all kinds of things be used. I've also experienced when I was younger, a friend of the family's flipped their car because a block came out, went into a skid, left, right, boom, right off of a ditch, and rolled the car. So it's best to use the blocks, and the reason is these 2 tits right here. There's 2 that stick out, there's 2 that indent. The 2 that stick out will go down, and that's where the top of these bolts come in. Those are on the other side. So the heads, this part that goes down, will take the place of that bolt, and then the head of the bolt will seat inside of here. So that's why they go on like that, so that they can't slip out. Very dangerous, by the way. So okay, so we're going to start off by pulling these 2 nuts down here first, and they are 13/16 and 2 on the other side there, you can see, and we'll drop this plate off and we'll be able to lift the bolts up. Now I've got it sitting, the jack sitting on the axle, so I'll simply just put a jack here, or jack stand. I'll put a jack here and I'll slightly lift just enough to get the plate in. Slide the plate in, lower it back down, and then we'll put the 2 longer U-bolts, because now these won't reach, and we'll put the 2 longer U-bolts, and we use the same plate. So let's get those off. Okay, so there's the last bolt. Now this plate will just drop down, and again, we're going to reuse that same plate. We can now pull off the short U-bolts. You can see the difference. They're about 3 inches shorter, and we won't be using those anymore. So the new U-bolts will then sit right on top. I'm sorry about the light. And right on top. And now at this point, we're just going to slide a jack right here under the back. We're going to lift up, and we're going to slide this plate down inside of there, and we'll put this back on with the nuts. And again, with the new nuts and lock washers, not the old ones. Okay, so I placed the jack here with a piece of wood. I've lifted up and separated it. Now again, the tabs go down. I don't have it up enough, so let's go up a little bit more. And just a hair more. We'll set those down in the hole, then we'll drop the jack. Now in some cases when you drop this, it may not sit flat on there. You need to make sure that the bolts go inside of the axle. See that? It didn't. So sometimes you have to shift this with a bar of some sort. And it looks like it needs to come back just a hair. So I will try to pull on it. Oh, look at that, it just slid right in. If it doesn't, just stick a bar in the dirt, concrete, whatever you have, and just press on it as you let it back down again. But in this case, we got lucky. She seated right up, so we are good to go. Okay, so I got the plate back on. I got the bolts back up. I'm not completely tight yet because the socket doesn't reach. And that's the one thing with these RC lift kits. Now, if you went with a 2-inch lift, it would reach. And the reason is because they use these same U-bolts for a 1-inch and a 2-inch lift. So the 1 inch, you try to ratchet it down, it doesn't reach with the socket, and you have to end up using a wrench at the end, a ratchet wrench, or unless you have an extremely deep socket. Most of the sockets I have are pretty deep, but it's just not deep enough for that. Again, if you were using the 2-inch lift, you wouldn't need to, because it's the same U-bolt. They're able to make them all the same. They don't have to keep changing the die, I guess. The Pro Comp lift kit does not do that. They have a separate U-bolt for standard, 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, all the way up, I believe, to 8 inch. So something to think about when you purchase your lift kits. But this is still a great, fantastic lift kit. So I'll go ahead and tighten these up with the ratchet now, and I'll be done with this side, and we'll start on the other side. So I hope this video helped you out. Please click like, please click subscribe, click on my name underneath the video for any of my other how-to videos, especially to do with this Ford. I believe this is a 2014 Ford, and we are going to be doing the front one as well, and like I said, the shocks. Now the front ones are way different. These are very easy compared to the front. You will need a spring compressor for the front, and I'll show you how to do those as well when I'm done with this one. So again, click on my name under the video for all my other how-to videos. Please click like, please click subscribe. You guys have been fantastic. I sure appreciate it. I'm sorry it's been so long since I've uploaded a video. I've been extremely busy, but I'll start uploading more. Thanks again for all your comments. Enjoy.